Welcome back to T-Facts, your go-to source for all things entertainment. Today, we have an exciting lineup from the world of Below Deck Down Under, featuring the highly anticipated Season 3. Let's dive into the 6 unique story gorm making waves that they urchingers. Vining tharmilik dinks, Earth Solch. In our first story, Captain Jason makes headlines as he introduces a brand new sous chef, Anthony Bird, aboard the luxurious super yacht Katina. But can this dough rise to the occasion and deliver 5-star experience for their guests? In the second story, tensions bubble as Captain Jason is newly confronted with a shocking discovery in the galley. What unexpected challenge hinges upon the crew's first charter in the stunning Seychelles? Moving on to our third story, get the insider scoop with our recap of Season 3, Episode 1. From new personalities clashing to intense moments on deck, we've got all the details that will keep you hooked. Next up, an unimaginable surprise strikes the kitchen. In our fourth story, find out how Tzarina Mace-Ralph and Anthony Bird deal with a grotesque infestation of weevils and maggots in their kitchen hours before the guests arrive. In our fifth segment, we delve into crew dynamics. With strong personalities on board, will the new team work together seamlessly, or will egos and tensions spark chaos among the ranks? And last but not least, get to know Marina Marcondes de Barros, the new stewardess bringing experience and potential drama to Season 3. What will her journey look like as she navigates life aboard the Katina? In our first story, Below Deck fans, Captain Jason Chambers is back and making headlines as he introduces a brand new sous chef, Anthony Bird, aboard the luxurious super yacht Katina. This season, the crew kicks off their adventure in the stunning Seychelles. But this isn't just any ordinary charter. For the first time ever in the Below Deck franchise, the galley will have a sous chef on board. Anthony, a 26-year-old from London, has spent the last 4 years transitioning from the restaurant scene to the yachting industry, and he's ready to showcase his culinary talents alongside head chef Tzarina Mace-Ralph. Captain Jason believes that having a sous chef on board will elevate the dining experience for their guests, stating that it can take things to another level. However, the introduction of a new team member brings its fair share of challenges. Tzarina is excited to have support in the kitchen, especially from a fellow Brit, but she quickly realizes that Anthony's confidence may border on arrogance. In their initial conversations, she attempts to gauge his strengths and weaknesses, but Anthony struggles to identify his faults, even jokingly pushing back against her interview process. As the season progresses, it's clear the culinary partnership, the leadership, calling for attention. Tzarina is determined to maintain high standards in the kitchen, and she warns Anthony that respect and teamwork are crucial. With just hours to go before their first charter guests arrive, the pressure is on. Will Tzarina and Anthony and Putin work harmoniously in the galley, or will their clashing personalities lead to chaos? As Captain Jason hopes for a smoother sailing season, fans are left wondering, can this nuo together to culinary and a Korean kali grind for a pelip experience? Stay tuned as we explore the ups and downs of their kitchen journey this season. In the second story, Below Deck fans, tensions are rising as Captain Jason is confronted with a shocking discovery in the galley just before the crew's first charter. As they prepare to set sail in the breathtaking Seychelles, Jason learns that there's a hidden problem lurking within the luxurious vessel Katina. Upon arriving at the superyacht, the excitement is palpable, but that enthusiasm is quickly dampened when the crew uncovers a disgusting surprise while cleaning the galley. A serious infestation of weevils and maggots. Head chef Tzarina Mace-Ralph and Anthony Bird make this grim discovery while inspecting the kitchen and dry food storage. Tzarina is visibly horrified as she finds the pest crawling among the bags of noodles, rice, tanate, and the momenex honolers. In Tzarina's acclaims all linus. Poor Tzarina lame, no. No, you've got to be kidding me, this is horrible. Anthony echoes her concerns, stating that there's no excuse for the infestation, revealing how critical this situation is for their upcoming guests. With only 12 hours left to arrival, time as of the SOS Itrones analysis, Jason steps in to address the situation, directing Tzarina and Anthony to trash any infested grains and to conduct a thorough cleaning of the entire galley. It's a race against time as they scramble to sanitize every corner, ensuring that everything is up to the high standards expected on a super yacht before the charter guests step on board. Will the crew be able to rectify this disastrous situation in time? Can they maintain the cleanliness and prestige of the Katina? As the clock ticks down, the pressure mounts, and fans are left to wonder how this crisis will unfold in the high-stakes world of luxury yachting. Moving on to our third story, it's time to recap the exciting events set in Season 3, Episode 1 of Below Deck Down Under. The premiere, actually titled Shells by the Seashore, introduces us to that's Jason Chambers and his new crew if aboard the Katina ship in our Setisnod, which is the largest yacht on below deck history fleet, with a lavish interior and even an elevator. As the episode kicks off, we see Captain Jason leading his team into their new adventure, but it's clear that not everyone is on the same page. With a mix of familiar faces and fresh new crew members, tensions not aflare almost immediately. Chef Tzarina is back from last season, bringing her culinary expertise, but she's not the only one to con washakep nicer'n beelds, aiding masabel alsalansung panwan gingbek meg de alsemiskai class. One of the first major challenges arises as Tzarina and her new sous chef, Anthony, start to work together. While Tzarina is eager to dive into the season, she quickly realizes Anthony might not have the same mindset. Their initial interactions highlight of personalities, particularly when it comes to discussing roles and responsibilities in the galley. Tzarina tries to establish some ground rules, seeking to understand Anthony's strength and weaknesses. But she soon discovers he's less than cooperative when it comes to self-reflection. While the deck crew has its own set of challenges, with bosun Wihan Du Toit having to manage team dynamics from the get-go. As they prepare for the first charter, it becomes obvious that egos and personal agendas might create significant hurdles for the crew. The episode captures the sense of teamwork, or lack thereof, and sets the stage for a season filled with drama, competition, and the trial-and-error nature of working at sea. As the pressure builds and guests are about to arrive, we witness what happens when strong personalities clash in the high-stakes environment of luxury yachting. Will Captain Jason be able to control of Hintain for Schlieffen crewmess? How will the new dynamics affect the overall experience on board? Tune in as we continue to follow the ups and downs of Below Deck Down Under. Next up in our fourth story, we delve into a truly shocking incident that unfolds in the galley. An unimaginable infestation. During the preparation for their first charter, head chef Tzarina Mace-Ralph and her chef Anthony birds stumble upon a cereblement horrifying infestation of weevils and maggots lurking in the kitchen. As they begin to inspect the pantry, beer ventured certain of the shock but often when realized as they're embolized at the office on us. We have got proper weevils and maggots, she tells Anthony, as they discover these unwanted guests crawling amidst the pantry staples. With guests arriving in just hours, the pressure is on for Tzarina and Anthony to resolve this disgusting situation as quickly as possible. Thinking on her feet, Tzarina immediately begins to throw away infested food items, emphasizing, "I need to bleach everything." Super yacht standard means that charter guests won't get a little bug in their pasta salad. Anthony echoes her concern, stating there's no excuse for this. There are loads of them. Their frantic efforts display the urgency of their task, as they realize that failing to tackle this problem could jeopardize not just the guests' experience but their entire season. Frantically cleaning and sanitizing Tzarina, and then they notify Captain Jason about the serious police situation. The chefs must dismantle the entire galley, throwing away any infested goods while scrubbing every inner kitchen to ensure it meets the high standards expected on the Katina. Tensions rise as they work against the clock. Can Tzarina and Anthony get the kitchen back to shipshape in time for their first charter guests? Will they be able to overcome this challenge and show off their culinary skills? As they grapple with both the physical and emotional fallout from this nasty surprise, fans are left wondering how this shocking turn of events will affect the rest of the season. In our fifth segment, we dive into the dynamics among the crew, which quickly turn from camaraderie to chaos. With strong personalities at play, we question whether this new team can work together smoothly, or if egos will spark turmoil on board. Captain Jason Chambers is back, and determined to establish order on the Katina. However, with the arrival of several new crew members, including Chief Stewardess Rigby, tensions begin to brew almost immediately. Each member brings their unique style and attitude, leading to conflicts that could complicate their charter operations. One of the most prominent issues arises between Tzarina and Anthony. While Tzarina seeks to implement a cohesive working relationship, Anthony feels underutilized and begins to question her leadership. He points out that he feels micromanaged, arguing, "To need to utilize me a bit more. I think I normally work a little bit more organized." As clash of expectations not only puts their culinary partnership at risk, but also adds to the overall tension on the boat. Meanwhile, in the deck crew, bosun Wihan Du Toit faces a challenge of his own. Johnny, one of the lead deckhands, expresses frustration regarding his role and undermines Wihan's authority from the beginning. The friction raises questions about teamwork and respect, essential elements for success charter season. As these conflicts unfold, both Tzarina and Wihan Du Toit attempt themselves as leaders, but they must navigate the fine line to indicate the fine confidence and indecent guised palelans. Will the crew be able to set aside their personal differences and unite for the sake of their guests? Or will these clashing egos continue to disrupt their operations, jeopardizing not just their jobs but the entire season? Stay tuned to see how these dynamics play out in the high-pressure environment of Below Deck Down Under. And last but not least, in our sixth story, we introduce you to Marina Marcondes de Barros, the new stewardess in Season 3 of Below Deck Down Under. Marina brings a fresh perspective and her own of energy to the crew aboard the Katina. But how will she fit into this already chaotic dynamic? With 4 years of experience in the yachting industry, Marina enters this season ready to tackle the challenges that come with working on a super yacht. She's well-versed in everything from table settings to guest service, and her attention to detail is sure to be an asset. However, with a crew full of strong personalities, it remains to be seen how she will navigate the waters. In the sneak peeks of her introduction, we see glimpses of her vibrant personality and passion for her work. Marina describes the Katina as mass expresses an excitement about her new home, but she hints also at the potential difficulties she may face adapting to the team's established dynamics. As she interacts with her fellow crew members, fans are left wondering if she will become a stabilizing force or if she'll find herself caught up in the drama. Additionally, viewers are curious about Marina's backstory as her experiences with traveling the world at different yacht crews will utterly cools offered this season. Wolf represent. Will her drama-free demeanor help her rise above the chaos, or will she become embroiled in the conflicts already brewing on board? Keep an eye on Marina as her journey unfolds, and see if she can carve out her own path amidst the challenges of yachting life. As we watch her adapt and grow alongside her crew, one thing is for certain: the drama is just getting started in Below Deck Down Under.